Welcome to Skanta's Guide to Healing in the Old Republic. My name is Skanta and today I will be talking about the Sourcebar. It's pretty much the mana in the Old Republic and it's what enables you to heal and of course enables you to keep your allies alive. When I say mana bar in the Old Republic, it's not like the traditional mana bar. That's where the Old Republic goes a bit different if you compare it to games like World of Warcraft. When I say it's different from games like World of Warcraft, I say that because it's different from the regen you see in games like World of Warcraft. There's a lot more regen going on, but you also need to make sure you have the optimal regen, but I will get to that later on. When you look at the source bars in general in the Old Republic, you have two distinct source bars. There's either the force or there is the ammo energy heat source bar. The force source bar is shared with the sage and the sorcerer. The ammo energy heat source bar is shared by the trooper, scoundrel, operative, and mercenary. The force source bar has a base amount of force of 500. Its regen is 8. This is a static regen and keeps going and going. There are ways to up this, but I'll talk about that later. The other bar is the ammo energy heat bar. Yes, you have three ways to calling it: an ammo bar, an energy bar, or a heat bar, but if you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, they're pretty much the same. A nice thing is that the heat bar that fills up instead of depletes. That means that when you start casting, you build up heat, and when you are at 100% heat, that's when you cannot cast anymore. But if in your head you just switch the bar around and think of it depleting, that what you still have, then it's pretty much the same bar. When you look at the bar, you'll see here that the scoundrel has 100 energy. It's the same as the operative. The trooper, however, has 60 ammo, and a mercenary has a maximum of 100 heat. It starts with 0 heat, of course, because you fill it up. The base regen, the regen you start with when you are totally full as an energy or ammo bar, or completely empty as a heat bar, is 5. Or better, 5%. 5% of your energy is restored, 5% of your ammo is restored, and 5% of your heat is being decreased, is being let go. However, with these bars, the better they are, the more full the energy bar or the ammo bar is, or the less full the heat bar is, the better your regen is. So your base regen is 5, but as you will see now, when I start casting and when I get lower, my regen will start to decrease. Now I'm at 3 energy, and when I'm almost empty, you'll see I'm at 2 energy. So at a 60% energy or 60% ammo, if you're above that, you have a 5% increase. If you go below the 60% threshold, you get a 3% increase, and if you go below the 20% threshold, you get a 2% increase in regen. Because the heat bar is the exact other way around, when you hit a 40% heat, your decrease goes to 3%, and when you hit an 80% heat, you have a 2% decrease. What's important to notice is that these source bars do not get bigger. You cannot get like stack intellect like you can do with Warcraft and get a bigger source bar. You'll have to do with this amount that you start with. What you will have probably noticed is that if you look at the base regen, the regen of a scoundrel, of the operative, the trooper, mercenary is better than that of the sage and the sorcerer. The thing is, the standard heal of the sorcerer and the sage costs 50 force in comparison to 500 force. So it only costs 10% of the source bar. When you look at the scoundrel, his standard heal costs a 25% of his source bar. Also, of course, there are different cooldowns, ways to go with the flow of the healing, and in the end it is pretty balanced, to be honest. The other way and this is what I found in all the healing classes, is they have a standard scan that does not cost force or energy or heat or ammo. On the Scoundrel, this is called Diagnostic Scan. This does a little bit of healing. It's only a very little bit, and while you level, you will not really use this. It's easier to just DPS instead of using this Diagnostic Scan. But in Flashpoint, it is something you just keep rolling and rolling and rolling while you wait for your regen. Well, that's something for this. They are saying that we need to log out soon, I suppose. So I'm gonna wrap this up. What's very nice about this way of healing, I really like the energy way of healing, is that you really have to take into account how much energy you have, or how much heat you have, or how much ammo you have. You don't want to drop too low, because then your regen really gets to shit, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes everybody's getting so much damage, you are forced to heal a lot. Then you pop a cooldown and you get up. What I also wanted to notice as a last thing is that you do have ways to buff your energy regen. The Scoundrel has something called pugnacity. It's something you just want to keep up all the time. It gives you an extra 3 energy every 3 seconds. For 45 seconds. It has a 30-second cooldown, and you just keep rolling it, keep rolling it. Well, that's everything I have to say about the Sourcebar for this moment. If you want to know something more, please post a question in the comments, and I'll try to get to that in a later movie. Thank you guys for watching. This was Skanta, and I'll hope to see you next time.